find somebody to talk to. I used to always talk to a girl, all imaginary one. I used to hike a lot through the woods, and I'd always take this girl with me so I could talk to her. I'd show her my pet trees and things. Sounds kind of silly, but we had a lot of fun doing it. She was beautiful. I happened to marry because I've been kind of waiting. You know, my mother and father were a great couple. I thought I might have the same kind of luck. I've always hoped that someday that imaginary girl would turn out to be real.
Ready, I'm anxious, there's no way I can hold my weaponry steady. Falling backwards, temper tantrums, tantric to the answer. Hesitation alleviates the pressure and intuitions, premonitions. Listen to attention, spans a banter of protection. Suffice the question, prior to the inquiry of which I bleed and need a medicine. Hypodermic injection to even out the tension. Mention immune, mutual relationships, intimate to disputes, divided by the rules. Beauty at a glance, but broken at the roots of eternity. Rotated around the sun internally. I've found the head that should connect to the body. I'm riding gone in a minute, character schemes, confusing settings and events. I define symbolism as simple as I do criticism and intent. Tell me now, I wanna know exactly what it meant. Now I'm riding along the trends, probabilities become our friends. Loyalty and odds and ends, relentlessness, sentence puncturing I can't comprehend. Devotion dedicated to under awakening the pros and cons. Clot the bloodstream, a connection that's hard, it's died from breaking gems. Assertion to the rather unusual, dignified diligence. Aneurysms of prison, shanks are killing it. A trilogy saga cement silly plotted mold the militaries in shorthand. 100 hours of fist down in birth for authority. Excerpts of consciousness, digs me alive, bury the rest. Forming greed and gravel, a shadow to the cold breath. Ingest fluidity, physically aware, contradicts awakening. Stunningly vacant to the make beliefs and blatancy. Sacred speech is secrets, mainstream to popularity. Instead of count sheep, I herd them towards the gates to escape the stream. Intent for forgetting lest I forget to wake those asleep. Introspect intensity, autumn painted leaves. Drift my soul away from yesterday. Calling me in silhouettes are waiting. Acrylic brush in the abyss. I miss the devil occupying sickness and handkerchiefs. Picture frames are fading. Dark hallways are observed and noticed. Focal points the shading. Accents and blues and grays. The rhythm and blues. No direction where the wind blew, but I felt the breeze. Indescribable the persuasion. Prescribed attendance 5 days a week. My misconceptions to the poltergeist amongst you and I. The correct way to some multiple persons. A confrontation. Conversations are gossip phrases with different names. And I'm jaded away to relinquish labels of rest of light. Which shines so bright, bright. Dripping wax from burning nights. It's exotic and desired. It's employment and it's fire. Tired exhaustion's eyes are dilated. Turn off the lightning strikes. I feel I'm underpaid. Molecular science decayed away on a Saturday. Heal severity, apparently melting glares. You've erased misspelled letters when written in a hurry. Blurry vision, count the steps on the stairs. Loose nails are catching me, is anyone there? From when I collapse, derailing off the motivation. The tracks are fragments, unfamiliar to senseless locations. Soul seems on the right material. Substance to the touch, collecting dust in history. Pretentious anatomy, scavenge robotic. Humanity remains the similarity. Clone complexion stare at me. Humming a ship in a bottle, sinking cause I'm drinking journeys. No longer thirsty, escape routes are roadblocks in construction. Diamond signs are glowing, dim, translucent colors. Spectrums are bending shapes adjacent to the angles. Angels strangled by their halos. Doves find fire trees to nest in. Singeing wings to ash flakes, raining down investments. Nuclear holocaust, mushroom clouds of fungus. Taxidermists stuff me full of sweets. Blindfold of society is still trying to swing at me. Until it hits me and you come to find that there was absolutely nothing inside of me. echoes are soft and visible, halfway between originality and fallacy of equilibrium. Humming jealousy, pain, bleeding, a box of tissues. Issues weigh a ton, face the sun in an orderly fashion. Wash my mother with soap, I swallow the bars. This couldn't work, dismantling a joint twins, alter ego, argumentative, involving curse words. Never fully fresh and the world changes emptiness. 2020 is a blur, recognizing voices I've never heard. Hurry is crooked, mind is catching up, the sky is below me. Cloud configuration, gently decay as I walk across the plateau. I flirt with disaster until she gets to know me. Slowly show me where I'm going, hopefully I'm familiar enough with the terrain. Catch the train until it was too late, I meant to go the opposite way. Now I'm stuck getting further and further away. Now I'm stuck getting further away, further away. Dietary bulimia, from its effort network, stereotypical clicks, a fender bender of humanity makes my head jerk. Away the insanity won't ever be happily ever after. The rapture passing me by in a chariot. A marionette of affectionate smiles to take the heart of a child and throw it on top of the world to nod and I'll cast the shadow of myself. I'll draw circumstances out of paragraphical straws, sure to last a while, formulating belongings. The ingredients lead me to believe it's strong resemblance, balance in the top velocity. Whatever fevers the antibody surely wraps the gift they pack you in. Desperate measures tangle my inner organs, play note for note, never behind the broken. Reflecting in a puddle, the reality collides with sensibility. Credit to the fashion I set forth, how I can define your life in a brief array of quotes. What word defines me? What word defines me? Brought backwards, the answer is simple. Nose dive of a sparrow, the growth of a crow in the meadow. Properly depict a fictional story only to the limited barriers on the shoulders of ignorance. Persona is alone in the solitude. Existence is starvation, embellish will swallow you. After the entrance, the finale would be me exiting. Speech is oxygen, so let me breathe. Let me see, remove the bandages. I'm curious what's underneath. Revelation of time and space, to conjure the thought to motivate the day to break and shatter down a black hole I call my bathroom sink. I think the promise, live forever died, live forever died. Realizing when peace, constructive criticism cynically despises me and finally creates a space left between the mirror on the wall and my predictive tendencies. After all, it's almost beginning to end. Destiny of a pen was my inspirational obsession. Pegasus feathers shoot the breeze and search for a target. And undying need to read my letters I never wrote. Wonders my mind wandered off, and to this day I'm still looking for it. I'll backtrack my footsteps till it's found. My blinks on my sleep, to strangers I'm winking. Tasting eye candy gives me cavities. Drown me in my thinking.
In the cold, for everything they once thought is right is now seen in different light as a lie through an eye that never shuts. And each perspective taken leads to a sacrifice of self, but inspiration follows destruction. And so again, he builds another structure to hide in from the others, but he knew the wind was too strong for his pitiful attempts in trying to form a shelter that would never again fall on him. And I don't know why he decided to do that, driving the sides together and combining the influences that I have taken up to this point of view. I used to judge the middle of your mutilated nucleus, but it's alright, cause I get used to the abuse and make room in this cocoon for the meaning that pulls on me. And every chance I get to move, I try removing this straitjacket, hoping that someday maybe I'll break loose from me. So when I fall apart, that's just another clever strategy on how to figure out the reason for the recent panicking. So let me bounce my identity off your glassy eyeball and step into the reflection that I found yesterday. In the halls of my empty memory, in the halls of my empty memory, in the halls of my empty memory. And all I can do is plant a seed. All I can do is plant a seed. All I can do is plant a seed and hope it grows into a tree for the wind to play with. And all I can do is plant a seed. All I can do is plant a seed. All I
I can do is plant a seed and hope it grows through the clouds that hold your sky down. Ponder the souls, the walking curiosity, squandering the camaraderie is never falling down, provoking anticipation and vibes, vertebrae govern the life, keeping hope alive and well. Better the bruise until it swells and is evident you tell, unveiling collisions and kaleidoscopes of microscopic hell on earth without a road. Therein resides a curb on restrictions and barriers. The power lines host the birds you wanna wear, but they watch you like a hawk until the tables turn. Your nervous and calming voice guides the ride through interpretive head movements through ponytailed hair, slightly permed and possessive. Reflective glass images reflects what is consumed. I never knew I could draw until I drew. The motion picture is over, please roll the credits, rewind. Consider those who follow after you. And all I can do is plant a seed. All I can do is plant a seed. All I can do is plant a seed and hope it grows into a tree for the wind to play with. And all I can do is plant a seed. All I can do is plant a seed. All I can do is plant a seed and hope it grows through the clouds that hold your sky down. See, a stranger is a neighbor who I haven't yet met, and a neighbor is a friend who I'm bound to affect. And the only way that I know how to get out my own story is if I give up myself and tell yourself to do it for me. See, crevices claw creativity and my sleepless disease infecting me sideways, cracking the code, making it seem excruciating to the ease. Clutch the bed knobs and twist the spin off of reality. But reality to you is not reality to me. So which reality is real, which reality will bleed? See, deep roots grow phony feet, so seeing eye to eye is empty till our blindfolds meet. And all I can do is plant a seed. All I can do is plant a seed. All I can do is plant a seed and hope it grows into a tree for the wind to play with. All I can do is plant a seed. All I can do is plant a seed. All I can do is plant a seed and hope it grows through the clouds that hold your sky down. Open up the locked doors, the passage is a freeway. Slightly slanted schematics, look inside my attic. Panic written fingerprints, the language is deception. Sit inside with me so existence can sink in when it confess with infectious tension of the arteries. They bleed, sweat and lovely licorice whips and not so hurting. Righteousness and selfishness, a package gift. Ponder this, it's atrociously approaching the second shift. Graciously awaiting the clock to tick, I miss the shape of things to come or crumble under the pressure of steam engine vessels devising. Not surprisingly misfortunate, I'm sorting with the categories, envelopes of tragedy and glory. Glorified horror stories, accordion buses play chords of disbelief. Accordingly, the looking glass is a guardian, a garden to the honeybees. Second guess the messages they're funneling and tunneling for warmth inside the concrete entities of sedative relief. Spectacle to the threads I weave. Hide under the blankets. Hide under the blankets. Hide under the blankets till it's okay to suffocate this uneasy feeling. Erase that from your database, evasive maneuvers, steering melodic tyranny, hearing phonograph chivalry and cancerous tumors, terminology and smog, breathe mockery and drama queens, Jackson suicide kings, contagious to the carousel spins a whirlwind, functionally decomposing to the ever-growing flowers of disease, infested fever paddle boating down the throat, bouncing fingers with the scissors to my rope, the twine is my spine, aggravating lacerations on never hurtful words and sticks and stones, exposing my bones to graphite and ink, thinking the texture of bricks blocking pathways to kiss goodnight. The brainstorm is acting alone. Slide Poseidon trying to recite gentle winds to wax lights. Hide under the blankets. Hide under the blankets. Hide under the blankets till it's okay to suffocate this uneasy feeling. Frequencies disrupting epidermis, herbal, civil motion, sickness significant, almost amused, beautiful cuticles use, ruse, temptations, blame innocent villains, condensation, displacement, motivation, encasing the ceiling, subsequently differentiate apologies, interrogate the evidence, investigate, then follow me down beneath possibility. Drill until you reach my dreams. Things are not what they seem. Venturing empathy, antonyms of simile. Picturing shutter speeds for instancy. Reading between the lines with third eyes. Eventually demolishing cyclopean masonry. Taking the shapes I accommodate through skeleton keys. That was locking the doors might deter me from listening. Locking the doors might deter me from listening. Locking the doors might deter me from listening. Locking the doors, lock 'em, lock me out. Reasonable doubt from process, watch light is darkness. Salvation starved to death, treacherous, hyperventilated, with accelerating circus emphasis, systematical nervousness. Circuits red between dictation, diplomatic allegiance, weakness asserting. Shivers are burning, snowflakes are flames. Better written letters, enunciating grammar lessons, teaching imparted intelligence. Irrelevant, some spell it out of limitation, breaching endings. Never reaching galaxies, infinite, intricate plots to sink a steam. Engines overheating in this hellish room, developing, wiltering leaves a tree. Struggle is a need, and it seems to be dependence incision too deep. I can't feel the healing of an antibiotical stab in the back. Worthless factotums, podiums of soothing tunes. Display the facts of a short story. Captions capture floods, pouring wine for the teary-eyed civil suits. Sewage miscarriage of habitual lies. Paranoia in disguise, now I feel it too. Docking sailboats in the sky, cause it's blue, but why are you? Overcast and set in segments of treasure thoughts, must in misery, scarce and complexity. Connect the dots, the image is clear enough to tell that I'm lost. Completely engulfed, indulge judgment, naturally selecting hypocritical, critically acclaimed falsities. Take heed to the flashes of light before the eyes color the night. Letting gallons bite the hand that rocks the cradle. Carpal tunnel and it's over. Untie the knot, blocking writing thoughts, precisely insightful, advising time to kill. Homicidal psych words abrasively about face of the fog of war. Pouring window panes of drops of rain, adorable dimples sustained to adore. Bouncing consciousness on a thimble, agonizing fireflies, die inside, claustrophobic jaws of turpentine. Sword dancing, romancing, apprehension, accompanied chimes. Decadence, where pain of the rose is red on trees, not vines on a castle wall. Trebuchets vindictive and delicious, think happy thoughts never left that far from existence. Intravenous secrets misleading, that ritual the dissection of meaningful stepping stones. Clone skeleton keys and give it the description. Teeter-totter votes, not equivalent. Reports the drapery is famous to authorize presumed acquaintances. A didgeridoo, falsify the truth. Estimated medium and domino effects. Chain reactions in accordance to scheduled temptations. Breaking pawn shop for chess. Checkmates, meta vitality needs rests. Inequities for complicated lives. A hide behind a dressing room for melodramatic actresses. Congestion perceptive attendants to telegrams. Confused, well what if I am? Transforming bandwagons, adaptive language and misbehaving. Facing shame, trust and device, tightly clinging for life. Drifting through constellations, amazing my perception of the day. In delirium, his heart beats the drum. Stray cats bother alleyways. Whether irritant or rational, safe havens, raven riddles, hint dismissals, graceful to failure, judging bailiffs, acquitting plaintiffs, dropping charges, up margin, stomping, flickering flames from candlesticks, never lit in addicts, don't panic, surrender, see me vanish, ventriloquist, a separate voice, desperation, evaporated, questions and choice, collapsing, ticklish ribs as a forte, all fun till someone shows the doorways to cheat on board games, possessing property, feverishly taking in numbers of lottery, the tickets are void, evacuate the premises, leaving empty sounds of crickets, this feeling is destroyed, in the background is saturated, manipulating the fabrics of comforting moments. The stars will align. Take a number and wait in line. Take a number and wait in line. Follow the leader. Envision contradiction. Dwell in substitute of algorithms and paint a way through this invisible prism. Paint a way through this invisible prism.
It's finished. Would you like to read it? It's to you. You don't have to say anything. You can tell me tomorrow what you think.